Dear Lord. Good afternoon, family. I got a whole bunch of free traps. I'm gonna try trapping this year. So we're gonna go through that. I haven't actually looked through these quite yet. That loud noise in the background is water boiling, so we can dye them directly afterwards because it's a nice day out as so far. So yeah, let's go through these. So to start, oh man, these are all locked up in here. All right, let's see what we got. And these are all way rusted up. This one still has a rebar on it. This one. Long spring. Like they all function still. Like that one. We're gonna try to divvy these out as we go. Now this one I got from the Pennsylvania Trappers Association for free. I did a little seminar with them. This is a dog-proof trap. It's the only one I have. Definitely gonna be using this year. Ooh, definitely gonna use this one. This one has the gap in it. I'm looking for these nicer ones. These, this gap that's in the lip there, it's so when animals get their arms stuck in there, that it doesn't, it's more comfortable for them pretty much at the end of the day. So this one's definitely a go. Definitely a go. We're gonna sort these. That one's a definite. I'll put this with the dog proof. Another offset one. Oh, this one's really badly rusted up. I'll have to see which ones of these are actually good. I might have to hit them with some wire brushes. Ooh, there's quite a few in here. Hard to do. Another long spring. This one's badly seized up. And the pan's all rotted off of it. This one's probably going to be junk. And by junk, I mean it's going to be wall decor. Throw that off to the side. What's next? Ooh, this one's activating at least. Here. Another offset. This one's moving around a little bit, so we have 4 of those so far. Ooh, this little tiny one. This is, I've never seen one this tiny. That might be a go. The old tags are on here, the old name tags. This one was originally from a Dan Hill from Shoey, Pennsylvania. Thanks, Dan. This one too. These were abandoned on a property, which is why they're all rusted out. Another long spring. Ooh, this one's got a long chain on it. It just doesn't end. There's tons in there. Like, there's a lot more than I thought there was in here. Another long spring. This is one milk crate. I have another one that's not full to the top like this one was. are offset. This one's not looking. Oh, it doesn't have a pan. Oh, that one's junk. Never seen this type of one. Interesting. Oh, there's a little conibear. Perfect. That's what I was hoping. Missing a pan. So we got 3 baddies so far. Little conibear. It's missing the fingers on it. I'd be lying if I said the conibears didn't freak me out just a little bit. This one's a maybe. It just needs the, I don't think it's called a dog on the conibears, but it just needs the actual mechanism to set it off. We'll put it in the junk pile for now. Just for now. These are like jammed together. These funky little ones. And another long spring. Missing a pan. Wow, a lot of these are missing pans. A little rusted out long spring. Oh, this one's still got fur in it. The last animal this trapped was a red fox, I think. It's still got the fur in it. Ew. God knows how old that fur is, too. It almost looks like feathers, actually. Almost. But it's orange and white. Another baby long spring. At least there's more good than bad in here, you know? Like, I'll take those odds. This one's got a pan. Very rusted out pan, but... See, this one is the only one I've been able to actually set so far. Nice. We got a stick. Into the keep pile. I got a good keep pile here. Now let's see. Is this conibear? Yes. This one does have the little feeler things on it. Wrapped around though. I think it's viable. I need to get one of those safety things so I can actually open it. But I think we're viable. This will be good for like mink and muskrat. A little big for muskrat, I think. Good for mink though. That's the end of this basket. Okay. Next one has the humongous conibear in it. It's for beaver. Huge, huge conibear. Will not be using this one. You have to go way up north here in Pennsylvania to trap beaver, I believe, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So this will be a bit much, but it is only missing one little hair trigger, so. Excuse me. Smelly. I don't like it. Blessed? Was it blessed? Why are you all wet? What were you doing that you're all wet? This one's solid as a rock. These old, like, spikes. All pitted. This one's still kind of activating, which is good. Dog is like stuck in place. Okay. Still works. Another one, the pan is really pitted. My God. That one's worse for wear. I think it'll still work though. That's all this one type. Pan's just stuck in place on that one. One of those. And another one, same type. This was from the auction house. $5.18. This was bought in 2018. This is what was making that noise. This is a big pot of water that I'm boiling. And apparently this will kick some of that rust off as well. So, it's gonna do a lot of work for me, but I need this to boil first, and it's almost there. And I think these are the ones that we're gonna use this year. This little baby conibear. So I can set water traps, and I think these guys will be good for like raccoons, fox, one of those. Obviously the dogless trap. Well, dog proof, not dogless. It's a different thing. Another one of those little baby ones. Another one. And then we have quite a few of those gapped ones. And this just provides space for the paw to get stuck in. It lets the blood still flow to it, so they're not going to try to twist and turn and, you know, hurt. They're not going to hurt themselves as much. More comfort, which I appreciate. I'll probably take a file to these and make sure they're nice and smooth, no burrs on them. Oh, this one does. Oh, none of them have a pan. I'll have to see. I didn't catch that. I'll have to see if I can repair these. That sucks. That's disappointing. I mean, the pan is easy enough to attach. It's just a bolt that goes through there. So I might be able to buy just pans to repair those. In which case, 1, 2. This has a pan, right? Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5 seems like a little light for a strap line. But then again, this is also my first year, and I don't have a ton of time. So, like, to be able to check my traps every 24 hours, as you're supposed to, it'll be difficult to do too many. Because it's got to be a pretty quick walk for me to go in prior to work most days. Alright, we're officially boiling, so in goes the dye. I'm only going to use half the bag because this is supposed to boil like 2 to 3 dozen small traps. So that's like a ton of water compared to what's in there. And then I'm going to put them all in that basket and drop them in. I did add some of the long springs and some other stuff in there. And now they just boiled. Did I just see a bee? I just saw a bumblebee in there. Not a bumblebee, but like a little honeybee. Huh. There they are. They look better, that's for sure. I'm curious to see how smooth they are operating now. Like, it does look like a lot of the rust came off of them. I don't know if it's just like the coating that's making like an optical illusion or what. Alright, so this is what they did look like up close. Rusted out. This one doesn't have a pan. I've just grabbed one of the ones that I did not boil. This is how bad it looked. And this is how they look just after a dye. And they're definitely a lot looser, not nearly as rusted out. Like, I can now open most of these. And of course, I don't have the grip strength that I probably need, but use my feet. Let's set a few. Alright, I got them all set. Some are a lot more difficult than others. I was unable to get the conibear to set. But, yeah, let's see how they function. Nice. Totally pinched myself. Who knew working with traps can be so, pinchy? Not a lot of force to put these. They're hard to get out without having to actually open the jaws. That one needs a little more weight. To undo and set up for some reason. And the last guy. Alright, so that's what we have for now. Short little just review video, I guess, of how we're doing this. I have most of the basic gear. Our targets are going to be, I believe I covered earlier, but I want to say it again, raccoon. And I did get a fisher tag. I believe we're allowed one. I'll check the regulations on that. And mink would be my top three. Eventually we'll delve into things like coyote, bobcat, stuff like that, but I don't want to bite off more than I can chew. Also, for some reason, I feel like I'll feel bad if I shoot a coyote, even though they, like, definitely need to be maintained just like every other animal. And they're, like, explosive and super good at living. So that's where predator hunters and trappers come in. So yeah, eventually we'll get up to that point. But for now, we're just gonna run this very small 5 to 6 trap line. I do want to get more dog-proof traps for the raccoons because those are super easy to set. They're super effective, and you're not going to have too many accidental catches on other things. Besides, I think when I was at the little get-together, they said they've caught like a possum by accident once, but it's like super uncommon to catch anything besides a raccoon in them. So I do want to get a few more of those, and I would like to get some more conibears, ones that are nicer. This one I tried setting, but it's just all jangled up. I'm sure I can muscle it into the proper shape, but until then, I do want to get a few more conibears because that's the only one that we have anyway. So it would do me good just to get a few more, especially for our water traps if we want mink and fisher. Moose is literally ripping plants out of the ground. He's gardening. Anyway, there is some other equipment I need to get and prioritize, though. I do need gauntlets, which would be the big old gloves, in case we do have an accidental catch, as well as a catch pole. Outside of that, I have all of the other basic equipment. I bought wolf fangs, which are kind of like earth anchors. They're a type of wolf earth anchor, where it's a little metal tab that anchors into the ground. I bought the tool so I can get that into the ground. I got some quick connects, and then those wolf fangs come on a wire. Perhaps more swivels. They very strongly and heavily suggested to use a ton of swivels. The more swivels, the better. And that'll stop a lot of breakaways because they're going to be a lot more comfortable. Oh, and of course I do need to get name tags and make those up. So I do have a short list of things I need to do, and the season is quite literally around the corner. I think it starts end of October and goes throughout the winter. So thankfully we have the bulk of it. Like, this definitely helped. I mean, like $6 bath and water, and all these rusty traps, or at least, you know, a good portion of them are usable. And I'll have to look up and see if I can find pans, replacement pans for those. I want to say they're Bridger traps. I'll have to see. If not, there is a trapping supply shop nearby, and the guy that owns it, or now owns it, is super knowledgeable, and I'm sure he can point me in the right direction. So thankfully Pennsylvania, I think, is one of the #1 trapping states. Oddly enough, you'd think it's Minnesota. Anyway, catch you on the trap line.